Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a full breakdown of what we covered in the Discord this morning. This is a small example and a small area of what you guys see. And we do a lot of text breakdowns here this morning over and over and over again. And we have large explanations with pictures. They're just so fun. So I'm going to go over and give you an example of exactly what we talked about all pre-market. We're going to do a little record here on exactly what we played, how we played it, all leading to today from the last YouTube video, right? So let's back up here a little bit. As I said in the Discord very early, I said I am only playing off this green Fibonacci 15. That is it, okay? Why did we discuss that? Why did we say this 15? Well, if you caught the video yesterday, we are targeting those big upside 1 minute imbalances, and we needed to find a way to continue up to get there. This was the one, 1900 hour, Central Time. This right here had a gap in the center. So if this 15 high-low you see here is fibbed out, that creates our green Fibonacci we talked about all Discord. The center of that right here, see these little white bars? That is a 1 minute gap. So we had multiple 1 minute gaps as we go into the day here. We can see that we had one right here and one right here. This one just happened to be inside the 15 minute, right? Very important because there was no GP tag there, not a whole lot else to go off of. If we go to the NQ, we have the exact same. What does that mean? That is a pair for me, okay? So the pair is a huge reason why the 15 minute high-low no GP was used. So if you draw that 15 high-low, you look in that center, same thing as ES, 1 minute gap inside. That is algo trading. That's telling you that is going to be a positional value of interest. Okay? So back to ES real quick. Oh. Might be back and forth here a little bit. Whenever someone joins, I lose my mouse. So back to the ES here. That's where we got our 15s. That's why we discussed in the Discord. We also talked about this 1 minute gap above and how we shied it, right? We came up from the box, right? 15 minute green. 1618, 2618, 3618. What's Brandon always say? Scalp a 3618, straight down, right? All the way. Great. ES was playing very smooth. Leaving this gap right under the 3618, we talked about coming down and filling these gaps in the 15 before scamming all the way back up to this one. This is chasing volume and bounces. But how did I know it was going to go down then up, right? It's everybody's question. How do we pick this? How is the directional? Well, the directional is because the 15 minute had cycled to the upside, right? 1618 was tagged right here. Did you see the 1618 provide a pullback to the 100 like we like to see? No, you did not. It cycled straight from the fib box right to the 3618, giving it a very high probability to pull back to the 100, okay? And what did we do on the way down? Well, we scam shied the 100, right? Because that's what algos do. We are always in early, out early. We talk about this on a daily basis. So we were shorting anything on these pop rolls, right, down to the 100. And we got everything into data. The magnets were there for the cycle to go up to 3618 and the recycle to come back down to our gap targets that were both found here on the minute chart. One inside the 15, one right on top of the 15. We also have other gaps that are almost perfectly in line with that one behind it. Okay, very interesting stuff because it gives you low volume squeeze magnet potentials. Okay, so as we move into the day, we have another big target. Remember, I did all of this off ES and traded the NQ. Let's go to the NQ, talk about NQ's opportunities, okay? I explained in my chat that ES SPY, there's our final target coming in to hit right here from YouTube, called it. So as we come in to the NQ, NQ is not the real market, not real. I don't care what happens over here. I'm literally trading NQ off the ES chart over here on our stream all the time. I noticed ES came down and filled all those pivots. Now, did NQ fill that pivot? That low volume imbalance? Here's the 15. Here's that gap. Do you see price action into that gap? No. I don't care what NQ does. If ES has the algo setups, I'm going to pay attention to that. So looking at both, we noticed that we had a massive divergence this morning, right? SPY was the only one playing accordingly to the momentum, right? So if we go to the 5-minute chart, just zoom out a little bit, you can see that divergence. SPY hit the 3618, perfect play out. NQ, same 15, rip rallied 3618, it played the scalp. But what happened after that? Straight divergence to 23,800 and 423. Not the data, you can see it right here, right? Very interesting because SPY was on its leg down, hunting for the double gap that it had left below. I was not giving a crap about NQ's opportunity to come to its gap because ES, showing weakness in divergence, was going to come back to these gaps first. It had the probability. Why? Well, of course, 3618 under. We hit the 1618, trapped under the 2618 of the green. What do you see over here? 2618 push, hit 423. Does this look trapped under a 2618? Did this hit a 1618 way down here? No, it was trapped up here at the 3618, 423 on the same fib candle. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see that divergence, right? Easy money. What was the last catalyst on why we called all this? I'm not going to go over the targets on how we got the 666, 420. We already covered that on YouTube. Go watch the last video. When we come into the daily chart, I posted this in the Discord as well. This is the last piece of the puzzle that was getting us to our final target of 22,871, 23,894, the gold. You can see the no GP daily 9.4 we covered on YouTube and the pink on why we covered that as well. We'll delete that right now just to kind of clean it up. And I'll show you the last pivot point. Near all-time high, we had a doji. If you've been here for a long time, I've been teaching this for 10 years. Dojis, nice tight bodies, become exponential over-unders of confirmation. I don't care if it's over, I don't care if it's under. The dailies, the 5 minutes, the 15s, if you see perfect dojis, pay attention, okay? What did we see here? The doji creation failed, found support, ding, back to the doji, right? That brings us to the sweep we talked about down here, right? Failed the doji, swept the minor lows, right? Just to do what? Come back. How did we know it was coming up? We had the freaking targets. We've been talking about it for 3 weeks. The targets are there. So if it's going to sweep lows, reverse with a strong close and start the breakout, right? On a sweep, where do you think it's going? Volume, imbalance, algo, targets. So with that in mind, let's look at the intraday for the last piece of the pie. The last time we were at this orange, we failed, right? Big time. We just seen it on the daily. What did we do this time? Well, I traded this off the minute chart today for all my greens, and I'll show you the confirmation. So the data came in. Let's delete some of this stuff. These are just old GPs. Let's get it real clean here. That gap is still open. So we predicted this being the highest point of the day. Okay, ending target. Obviously 22,900 psychological, but how did we know we had a chance to get up there? Well, as I posted in the Discord here this morning, we always rock on the 1 minute on big data moves. So you fib the high-low, you put an anchor right there on open high-low close for 1 minute, you wait for the price action to push outside the 1 minute, scam shy the 1618, leaving a gap in price action, right? Because we didn't get the 1618. What do you think is going to happen? The algo loves to scam shy, come down, prove support, and then up, all off the 1 minute chart. Now, mixed with the 1 minute chart, what else did we have? Whoa, Brandon mentions dojis a lot. We actually posted in chat. We had a massive over-under posted here. What do you see? Data goes and grabs down. We said it was going to scam down and then push, right? 100% up. That's all we said. Scam up, 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 up. We have all these targets. We talked about it yesterday on YouTube. Here's that 1 minute. Break over. Scam shy the one. Buy right here. Why is this a fantastic buy-in right here? Breaks over the doji level that we failed prior. Scam shies the 1618. Comes down. Long everything right here at the back test of the doji and the 100 fib from the data, thus targeting the easy meat on the bone here, covered and letting winners ride to our final targets. That is everything we discussed before it happened way back here. 6:30 in the morning, trading all this stuff right here on ES. That's where we got our 15s. Thanks for tuning in.